Welcome to Q&A series with Guru Deseye Subai, where your questions meet real, honest answers. If you've ever had a burning question about marine spirits, modern miracles, destiny, life, money, ritual murders, or anything in between, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop your questions in the comments. We just might answer yours next. Guru, a viewer from Nigeria writes, what are the spiritual consequences that await certain people who derives pleasure in investigating and criticizing others on social media, thereby exposing them to public ridicule?
It is spiritually wrong of anyone to investigate and garner information concerning the sordid activities of a person for the sake of criticizing and exposing the person to public ridicule, thereby creating scandal. The social investigator might see himself as a good person attempting to right the wrongs of certain individuals. But the truth is, none is good but God. Anyone who derives pleasure in investigating the flaws of others and publicly exposing them to harsh criticism and public ridicule needs to be reminded of what the Master Jesus said in Matthew 7:3 down to 5.
Matthew chapter 7 verse 3 to 5. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look at the plank in your own eye? Hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye.
Volatile person who derives pleasure in exposing people will not evade spiritual punishment if his motive of investigating the perceived wrongdoings of others is to expose them and create a scandal. When you publicly criticize perceived wrongdoers, you take your own pound of flesh by persuading people to mock and laugh at them. Of a truth I tell you, criticism is discord. Discord of any kind puts a wedge of darkness between the soul of the critic and the person or persons he is criticizing. The critic might be able to wriggle out of the libel suit the criticized individual might institute in court due to technicalities. But I want to make clearer, the negative energies is damaging publication generated will spiritually rattle his life with misfortune and curses. In society, eccentric people can praise you and urge you to keep on exposing and disgracing certain people because they enjoy the act and they think that society will become better with social critic like you who brings people to public ridicule. But the truth is, those people who eulogize and motivate a social critic will not be with those social critics when they will start to reap the spiritual consequences of their actions. They will not be with them when they will be battling with the albatross of their activities.
Guru, what are the elements of prayer that works?
Words are living forces. They are laws unto themselves. Make your requests known to God with praise and thanksgiving. After that, do not bother any longer about the problem. Prayer is an act of planting a seed in your mind. The seed will germinate into physical manifestation if you eliminate negativity from your mind. Your word is a seed. No seed has power within itself. It is the spirit within you that gives power to the seed you have planted. There is power in the spoken word if we see it as spirit and nothing else but spirit. Remember, the Master Jesus said, my words are spirit and they are life and they do accomplish that whereunto they are sent. People must bear in mind, it is not a repetition of what you want that makes your words effective. Your first declaration, if properly done, is sufficient.
Guru, is it better to pray out loudly or silently? I'm a bit curious too, so I want to know.
Sincerely speaking, I prefer the latter. We don't properly make positive contact with God through loud and vain repetition of words. When we pray quietly, we bring all the forces within us together into one particular spot.
So, Guru, does thoughts and prayer work hand in hand?
Yes, they do. It is important we carefully watch all the thoughts we accept and dwell upon in our conscious mind. If we continue to dwell on our failures, obstacles, delays, and difficulties, our subconscious mind will keep them up and ensure that our debilitating thoughts manifest in our lives in the form of sad experiences and near success syndrome, etc. Many people don't know that human beings are constant creators of invisible beings. The vibrations of our thoughts and desires creates an army of invisible spiritual entities that constantly wanders on the astral plane, seeking to multiply or drastically reduce or eradicate our problems. Everything is based on what you constantly think about. We must learn not to block or drive away goodness coming our way with the negative thoughts we constantly dwell upon in our minds. The mind is very powerful. People should learn to reprogram their subconscious mind with positive affirmations. They should believe and think with conviction that what they want is already theirs, even if they have not seen it physically. According to your faith and persistency, it will be done unto you. I want people to bear in mind everything they intensely desire, every single thing they have ever wished for already lies within them, but it lies within them sleeping. It is their responsibility to awaken the sleeping giant.
The next question, sir. Are evil spirits the ones always dropping negative thoughts into our mind so that we will not be able to achieve our goals in life?
We need to stop blaming the devil all the time. We are 80 to 90% responsible for the debilitating thoughts holding us hostage. A human being is a magnet capable of attracting and retaining thoughts of depression, doubt, fear, anxiety, and myriad types of debilitating thoughts into our minds.
So, sir, can prayers and fasting enable us to change our destiny for the better?
I regret the impossible. You cannot use prayer and fasting to change your defective destiny to become better rapidly. People should stop bringing prayer is the key syndrome into the terrain of destiny. I presume by now it should be crystal clear to Christians who might have been praying and fasting for some months or maybe for some years and asking God and Jesus to change their destinies for the better. Have they seen any significant changes in their destinies? The answer is no, they haven't seen it. The truth is, God and Jesus of Nazareth does not interfere with the outworking of our destinies. I wish to call to mind the Master Jesus told us, the cup which my Father had given me, shall I not drink it? John 18:11. It appears many Christians who want to change their destinies for the better think that the cup the Master Jesus was talking about was only meant for him and not them. They thought wrong.
Guru, what is the best way to attract happiness and good luck into our lives?
You will attract happiness into your life if you genuinely rejoice in the happiness of others. You will attract success into your life if you offer sincere congratulations, devoid of all envy, to someone who is successful in life through honest means.
What is the spiritual purpose of poverty? I want to know, because everybody wants to be free from poverty.
Almost every one of us despise poverty. We prefer riches and pleasure. Of a truth, I tell you, if all the poverty in the world is made to go away, attainment of heaven will be a mirage. Everlasting life cannot be attained until we abandon earthly riches and every materialistic thing. Let me put it in another way. If you want to be perfect and go to heaven, you must embrace poverty and obedience. This painful spiritual truth can be confirmed in the conversation that took place between the Master Jesus and the rich young ruler.
So, Guru, what is the best way to drive away evil spirits?
What is commonplace in society is casting and binding of evil spirits. Evil spirits you cast and bind often comes back. When you drive evil spirits away, they will wait outside and continue to watch for a favorable moment to enable them stage a comeback. Many people fail to realize that it is the nature of our thoughts and desires that attracts or drives away evil spirits from our lives. The best way to overcome evil spirits is to lose interest in them. Keep your mind pure, and most importantly, focus more on becoming one with God. Our elder brother man Paul advised us not to antagonize evil spirits. He told us to overcome evil with good. St. Paul was advising us to allow the light of God within us to shine upon the forces of darkness in our lives. The moment that happens, the forces of darkness surrounding us will go away also. The Master Jesus advised us not to resist evil. We increase and perpetuate the powers of evil when we resist them.
Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and share with someone who needs to hear this. Got more questions? Leave them in the comments. We're here to journey with you. Until next time, stay curious and stay blessed.